Shloka number 16, 17 and 18. चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम् जनाः सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ तेषाम् ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्तः एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोत्यर्थम् अहम् स च मम प्रियः उदाराः सर्व एवैते ज्ञानी त्वात्मैव मे मतम् आस्थितः स हि युक्तात्मा मामेवानुत्तमाम् गतिम्. Bhagavan began describing his true nature from this chapter, and he said the para and apara prakritis, the twofold expression of Paramatma, is the entire universe of all names and forms. So the universe is constituted of these two expressions, apara and para prakriti. And Bhagavan gave various vibhutis in this world where we can see him, where we can experience him. Then the question would come, why not everyone go for that God to whom both these prakritis belong? Why do people get stuck somewhere else? So the fact is, this apara prakriti is very fascinating, very colorful, very charming, very attractive. And therefore, we lose our sight, we forget what is behind all these things, and we are sometimes content with the Prakriti aspect only. And that Bhagavan indicates as Trigunatmika Maya. And who would go beyond this Maya? So Bhagavan says, Mamev ye prapadyante Maya metam tarantite. So those who really seek the infinite, the absolute reality, they alone will go beyond the three gunas. Why people are not able to go beyond these three gunas? So then Bhagavan had said, if they are dushkritinaha, if they do not have enough merits, if they are deluded and not trying to seek what is beyond this Maya, then either they remain deluded or they may even take wrong means to pursue their desires, ignoring what is the real truth, the real essence of everything. And there are other people who are sukritinaha, those who have merits, people with punyas. They are also categorized in 4 different ways. They are Artha, Artharthi, Jignasu and Jnani. So these are bhaktas, and among them there is this gradation you want to call, or a transition from one to the next. And in the last class we saw what do these things represent. It is either 4 different types of devotees, or the same devotee who was once upon a time Artha Bhakta, Artharthi Bhakta, then becomes Jignasu Bhakta and Jnani Bhakta. And what triggers the change? Artha and Artharthi Bhakta is seeking God for something else. That something else can be anything. That anything which is finite defines the Bhakta as Artha or Artharthi. When the individual decides that I want to know what is behind this, and then he starts seeking God for the sake of God, he truly becomes Jignasu. Where he has seen the limitations of all finite things, and internally he is able to say, enough now. This Jignasu then continues his journey to become Jnani. And in that journey, he does Karma Yoga, attains Chitta Shuddhi, Bhakti Yoga, attains Chitta Ekagrata, then does Vedanta Shravanam, Vedanta Mananam, and Vedanta Nididhyasanam. Then he becomes Jnani Bhakta. So this is the journey. And Bhagavan says, all of these bhaktas are wonderful. All four types. Udaraha sarva evaite jnani tu atmaiva me matam. Jnani is my atma. Which means jnani is me, myself. The knower of me is me. Bhagavan himself declares that. So we may feel, that if Bhagavan says, I love Jnani so much and Jnani loves me, then we don't stand any chance. Oh, what are we doing in our life? So actually what Bhagavan is trying to say is, then why don't you become Jnani? Who is stopping you? Truly speaking, we ourselves have created barriers. So if we want to go in the preferred list of Bhagavan, which he carries all the time, then what should we do? We should seek him exclusively. Not seek 50 things and then say, okay, Sunday morning my 9 to 10 time is Bhagavan totally dedicated for you. He says, then I will also totally dedicate one glance only for you. That's all. Why this Jnani is so dear to Bhagavan? Because he has recognized his non-dual truth with Paramatma. Because any other word is going to create some relationship, some Dvaita. So this Jnani understands that God is right here. This Atma is called true God. This is what he has understood. Not on his own, through Shastra and Guru. That same Shastra, the same Vedas, which have prescribed all other sadhanas, ultimately reveal that truth from which this entire creation has come, Tat Tvamasi. So, abiding in this, asita sahi yuktatma mam eva anuttamam gatim. So, he abides in that true self which he has recognized as one without the second, all-pervading, infinite reality. Up to this we had seen. Now, what Bhagavan wants to make sure is that nobody should feel that Bhagavan has some preference over these jnanis or he is biased towards these jnanis. And that's why he says that this jnani has not become jnani overnight. It is not that some magic happened and this person has become jnani. In that, so much effort has gone in, and how much is that effort, and what is the vision of this jnani that is revealed in the next shloka.